Whew. Okay, we are working on, well, she's actually pretty good with her nails, but we've been doing it this way, where I sort of hold her a little upright, upside down in my lap. If our dogs really struggle with this position, then this might not be the right way. I've had a couple puppies who this didn't work well with, but we get here, I just sort of eat treats for a bit. Oops, can you get up? So we just eat treats for a bit in this position. If they're sort of panicking and starting to wiggle a little bit more, I can take it slower, and they get treats when they're still and not wiggling. Wiggling means we just hold still until you stop wiggling, and then you get treats when you're still. And I can add in releasing them as well as a reward. But then I'm starting to introduce, I started with nail clipping first and just touching. Can I fondle your paws? And then get a treat. And I initially start with just like one paw at a time. And I might make it even a light little Dremel, not a full Dremel or a clip. The Dremel can be a big step. She, again, has been doing this for a little bit. So sometimes when I first started with my own pups, I was doing like literally one nail just every morning. And I can just start with touching here. So we get in this position. Dremel one nail. Here's a little treat. I can't forget about our dew claws as well. Her nails actually aren't too long right there right now. Let's look at our bottom feet, I think. So we need them to be comfortable with this position because, as you can see, I'm not restraining her too much. And as she gets better, I can, with her, for example, do a couple nails, but I do like to think about the future, and so I'd rather do one nail and reward, so that way when they're older, it's not as big of a deal, and I'm making such a positive experience now. And we can hear Solar, who's very mad it's not her turn to get Dremel, who is my puppy. And Chickpea here is just about 4 months now. So I haven't even had her much longer than 2 months. Luna, hi. Can you go up? Go up. Over there. You can see my other dogs love nail trim so much. They really want to be involved. And I wouldn't do this with like an adult dog who already has bad feelings about nails, or a dog who's very sensitive being turned sort of in this position. But even though it might take 2 seconds longer initially to getting them comfortable with the position, it saves us a lot of time in the long run. Good job. And then getting to go free, yay, is also a reward. And then we can see, for example, Jupiter here, who I did this with as a puppy. He loves nail trim so much. So I don't do that with that position with him anymore because he's too big for it. But we built up the positive feelings. So that way when he's older, I can Dremel his nails where he's literally zero restraint. And as you can see, he tries throwing his nails at me. I one time clipped his quick, so he's now bleeding everywhere, and he's still trying to throw that same paw at me because we have such a positive experience in that piggy bank.